The supply chain is becoming a strategic differentiator for telco operators for a few different reasons. I think for the last few years we've seen increasing complexity in terms of the technology they've had to roll out. There's been regulatory scrutiny as well, and additional pressure from governments putting in place new legislation which govern how they work. And at the same time, they're drawing on a very scarce resource pool from suppliers that are really critical to how they operate. And I think companies that are really starting to excel are putting a lot more focus on how they set up the supply chain to make sure they can get the right technology and the right parts to the right places at the right time. And that's a key thing when you're looking at implementing programs such as fibre to the premise in cable networks or 5G in mobile networks as well, and is a really key factor when you're trying to deliver those programs on time and to budget, and I think is an increasing area of focus across the industry. From a supply chain perspective, network operators are facing a number of different challenges at the moment. I think universally there is a challenge around visibility, understanding what's happening across the supply chain, the whole network, and how to move inventory around that network in an efficient way. On top of that, a lot of network operators have a big challenge around legacy technology, decommissioning and starting to cycle technology through the network. And obviously from a supply chain perspective, that means not just rolling out new technology, but also bringing old technology back from the field. And that presents a new range of challenges that I think companies are just starting to grasp and grapple with. And taking a bit of a step back, I think there's a much broader challenge around sustainability. We're seeing a lot of network operators focus a lot more on sustainable goals, net zero operations, and the supply chain has a really key part to play in terms of how they respond to those challenges. And we see that as a continuing trend, something that all network operators are looking at universally. Networks have a number of supply chain opportunities, and I think one of the key ones that we've seen across a lot of our clients is around integrated planning. And this is a really key discipline, given the level of complexity that a lot of operators are going to see as they start to roll out fibre networks or 5G at scale. And actually there are a lot of interesting lessons that network operators can learn from other industries. If you look at other organisations that have really focused on developing planning capability and forecasting capability over the years, a lot of the network challenges we're seeing today could be addressed with some of those capabilities and some of those technologies that are available. So really, I would see one of the key opportunities being bringing some of those lessons in from other industries, not just looking at other telco companies or network operators, but starting to look beyond that into other sectors. And integrated planning is a great opportunity, I think, to help accelerate the rollout of some of these new technologies. And the leading network operators are already starting to implement some of those changes.